Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is why is modern entertainment so bad? Which is a question that a lot of people is a question you tend to hear a lot of people say all the time. The entertainment today is horrible. It's not as good as it used to be in the 1980s, 1990s, and so on and so forth. Which you hear about all the time, whether it relates to things like music, movies, TV shows, etc. Everyone talks about how the quality of entertainment has gone down dramatically. So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to answering that question in a straightforward way, what I simply have to say, for that matter, when it comes to this particular answer, some people blame it on this, some people blame it on that, some people blame it on this, some people blame it on that. The truth of the matter is, when it comes to this particular issue of why modern entertainment is so bad, is it comes simply down to the fact of the obvious culprit, the people who are actually producing entertainment. Now, when it comes to this particular issue, it's to answer, which of course you are all curious about knowing. The truth of the matter is, one thing I've learned about life is that people who tend to cause problems, in life in general, for whatever you can imagine, whether it could be your local petty high school, thug, or that one manipulative family member who just some reason just hates you for some weird reason and always kind of tries to make you look bad or something, whatever scenario applies to you, and so on and so forth. One thing I've learned about life is that people who tend to be bad usually never change. They will always stay the same way, and if they say they changed, they'll still be the same way, but in more subtle ways. Okay? And when it comes to entertainment, like in the media and stuff, it is no different. And the reason why it is no different, in all honesty, is simply down to the fact of the matter that the people who tend to do these things tend to have a certain mindset, a certain way of thinking that is just going to produce a lot of crap. Okay? Everything from being unnecessarily woke to even just simply down, to just being dumb, as well as just simply being greedy and wanting people to produce things as quickly and fastly as possible. The people who run this world are clearly, in all honesty, the people who screw up the world. I mean, the people who, of course, run entertainment more like, are clearly people who are just going to do the same thing. They're not going to change. They're going to still do the same thing, and it's just going to produce the same crap. And that's the reason why it's so bad. It's because we have so many companies, sub-companies referring to, and even main companies together, that are run by a few main companies, like whether it could be Disney, Nickelodeon, and so on and so forth, who of course have a monopoly, and through having that monopoly produce a lot of trash that consistently ruins things and makes things worse than it needs to be. So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to the general public, when it comes to general public, when we consume media, we don't really have much choices. Not as much as I'd have you believe. Even companies that might come off as their rivals are actually controlled by the exact same people, with the higher and higher up people. And for that very reason, that's why there's so much crap now, because a lot of these companies have the same fundamental rules, the same fundamental dynamics. You have to do this, you have to do that, or it sucks. And that's the reason why the stuff they produce sucks, because they have a monopoly. And to make it even worse, just to add to that fact, a lot of these people have long-term planning. So not only do they produce crap now, they already have crap planned out 5-10 years from now that's going to still be the same shit and continue to suck. So the truth of the matter is, that is the reason why modern entertainment is so bad. It's actually very straightforward, I should say, and easy to understand for anyone if you actually take in the facts when you look at the situation. It's really bad, and that is the truth. So now, of course, obviously the question that comes up is, what is the solution to the problem? Now, the solution to the problem, like anything in life, is it comes down, simply put it, to simply, if anything, do it yourself. And this situation is a perfect example. Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to good quality entertainment, The truth of the matter is, entertainment today is absolute crap. And if you want to be better, you simply have to create your own stuff. Support your own people, and more for that matter, create your own niche group for that matter. And not even that really, I should say. It's just more like you have to create your own stuff. Find like-minded people and start creating your own communities. So yes, I guess you could say niche. Whatever the case of the matter is, these people are going to continue to produce crap. People in life who are like that will not change. They're going to still do the same thing. They're going to still do the same crap. They're not magically overnight going to change. So if they're going to continue to still act the same way and produce the same stuff, then you can't be surprised to realize the stuff is still going to suck. You know, and it's still going to continue to fall apart, and it's still going to produce things that are obviously of lower quality and suck. You know, lower quality and suck for that matter, in all honesty. So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to this particular issue, the truth is the quality of things will always suck. Will always suck as long as we do not produce our own stuff. If you don't produce your own stuff, the quality of everything is going to continue to suck. And as a result of the quality of everything continuing to suck, you're going to continue to experience more issues when it comes to at least being able to sit back and relax and enjoy things. And that's the truth of the matter. It is continue to suck until you create your own stuff. The good news is not only to of course realize that you can obviously start finding like-minded people and create a community, which is extremely important, which nowadays is very easy to do. You know, like through my channel is a perfect example. I definitely recommend creating a community through here. It also comes down to the fact that creating entertainment is not as hard as you think it is. It's actually not. Like, it's not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying it is, but it's actually not as hard as you think it is. Literally, any skill you can imagine, if you're at least trying, you will literally realize you're going to do a good job compared to a lot of these popular musicians. And just being consistent and not letting your mind play games with you. And of course, trying to be kind of open-minded as well. And not have this way of thinking that I have to pretty much sound like, you know, like a person who just spends their time just talking about how, you know, oh, I'm so passionate about this and that, or something like that. Whatever. You know, like you're actually someone who just actually like gets shit done, you know, and actually produces stuff, and is not only willing to produce stuff, but is willing to start noticing what your people who you produce stuff for like. And to be honest with you, you can create that community through this channel. So that's what the solution is. Not only to use this channel as a way to kind of help make that happen, but also realize that creating entertainment is not as hard. Just like storytelling for that matter. Anyone can write a story. Storytelling is not as hard as you imagine it to be. Writing a story is just simply down to coming up with a topic and simply like just writing things down. And I'm certain if you're at least putting in effort, not unless you're going to have something stupid like having some random black, gay, female, lesbian protagonist sort of thing just randomly pop up, then you're already doing a better job than a lot of people in Hollywood. A lot of stuff they produce is shit anyway, so it's like, okay, what the hell does that mean or anything, you know? So that's, you know, so what the hell does that mean when it comes to the idea that, you have to rely on professional people? You could create a lot of things on your own, and you're already getting somewhere now. And for music, all music is at its fundamental core, which I'll get into eventually, is really just numbers. It's really just numbers. It's just, and without making it too technical, all you really have to do is just come up with an idea in your head and just create something. It's not as hard as you imagine it to be. Nothing in the world is as hard as you imagine it to be. It's just being consistent and realizing that obviously if this is what you decide to do, then you have more than enough time to figure it out. If this is what you want to do with your life, then you have more than enough time to start becoming good at it. And that's exactly what I have to say for this video. Some of the things I've mentioned, I will get into further detail in the future, such as, for example, how to make music, and even the point, I was making before about storytelling and how to write a story and a few other things I mentioned in this video. But for now, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it quite informing. This is all I have to say. And remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumb this video up and hit the subscribe button. And that's all I have to say. And simply put it, later.